Now it's time for the stunt test. Around for the last 30 seconds, we got two drivers in about for this one, and possibly this isn't going to be for making such a various as well. Nobody knows that we're going to be going to do as well. So let's just rechange it about for this season. We're starting to this immediately because somebody is voting a lap for just about for this thing. I don't really think so. That I am dominating around for here. This is a testing lap site as well, and because you legal lands as well, probably I just gotta be make sure I won't be very part of this thing as well. Anybody just load the dealership, and I'm probably never very sure that this isn't going to be very making for about for what is absolutely going to be going for around for many of these things is first 3 laps as well. The Green Monster Energy versus an Oyster Cookie 919 Hybrid Evo as well. So even that I just gonna be making sure I cost all the way for just a various one time. I'm gonna be making sure this isn't gonna be going for various things as well. As I'm making very sure that we're just making around for the world's fastest lap we ever try to see for very much more like these things. And probably it's gonna be going for over many more of these things. It's gonna be making various things as possible. Now I should be making attacks of this vehicle, and now I'm going to be getting cost around happens of this vehicle. So let's just say last 2 laps to go, and I'm going to be making sure that we're going to be making fast as legally possible, because getting distracted by Bugatti Chiron Super Sports, and it looks like this isn't going to be making for just a crazy cost for a wrap at this thing. I'm sorry, we eventually lose control about of this vehicle. I'm never very sure this isn't going to be going for various distracting. I'm going to be possibly that we never try to look to be, and I just literally going to be going for about for 6,500 miles driven, and about for just gonna be trying to making all of it itself. Oh dear, we just are very making a waste of time. The stunt test is absolutely failed with the Porsche 919. I'm afraid this is absolutely a failed of this vehicle, and I'm never gonna be to pay for this a various fine around for just many more reasons. So I'm probably making very sure this isn't gonna be going on. And I'm couldn't able to get for various things as well, and it looks like this isn't going to be going for about for this full around for the video as well. So this is the final lap, and what I actually just try to make things a little bit even smoother, because it looks like we're just going to be do good about for this thing, and finally we just need to make it off to the finish line. Looks like even for the world record isn't enough. Probably this is what I actually that wasn't gonna be making for various one thing. We're gonna be making a battle of this thing. What actually we're gonna be making things straight. Who has full upgrades in the back of this vehicle? Oh dear, this isn't gonna be making for very much sense of all. I think what is absolutely going on out here? Is this going to be very madness? Or why this isn't going to be going for about for this strategy? How does Filipinos or some kind of Asian vehicles? This is the United States, and we're going to race about for here on one time of domination. So it looks like I should be able to take around for this pole position. I really look like this isn't going to be going for making for about for very sure. Earlier in this evening, I'm going to be taking in about for just many more laps to do so before morning, and about for just making more strategy without any crashes. I say this isn't going to be going for making things, but all of this is going to be trying to making this for a one thing. I'm going to make sure that we're going to be keep on focused on the inside lane, and I never trying to make things sure the bad luck is not going to be worse at all. If this someone is absolutely distracted by another driver, now let's just be sure, I'll be honest with you, that wasn't going to be going for about for just sides. United States viewers is only going to be sorry about for this thing in Dealership Tycoon. Now I just literally hit it by some kind of a little bit again. So unfortunately, this vehicle failed a test. around before that doesn't gonna be for literally gonna be to do so in about for here. So let's just try in about one conclusion. Let's just try to do and try again for this final lap. Unfortunately, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, the best lap ever, isn't going to be much more quicker than I ever imagined. Now let's just try the quickest thing in about for this one ourselves. Now the final lap has dropped off, and looks like we're just going to be trying to do itself for one more lap before the end of this video. But I came from this isn't going to be making for one strategy for about for 7 to 8 minutes of this time. So looks like before that doesn't going to be making matters of all, and before that doesn't going to be literally end of this video. Finally, we're going to be finishing about for this straight, and the finals test is the jumping around for itself for many feet of the course. Before that doesn't matter, isn't going to be going for making myself try not to move, and we got failed again. Unfortunately, we just made a bad finish. Unfortunately, this is absolutely for the last lap record. It looks like we're going to be returning back. As I head back to the dealership as well, literally headed back as well. So I'm going to be going open of this thing and closing up for just only one down, because I make sure the settings I just teleported back, and looks like load others tycoons array for just a little bit, and we got lock car and against for some kind of suspects around here. They even saw my dealership and trying to break in. I don't really think so. This isn't gonna be going for about for just lock up the car, and probably there's something is not going to be loading up for dealerships as well. So we cannot able to donate other kinds of people, because I'm starting to get for a homeless like these things. So I just literally jump out of for the SP3. Let's just make changes, everything into some kind of other itself. Now, before this isn't going to be making changes, I'm going to be turning into a slightly orange. As before, this isn't going to be making something literally quickly as possible. Now let's change into some kind of other sides of the Formula 1 spec. This is a GT3, costed for just a little bit of one itself, but I'm probably not very sure that I just literally going to be using for this vehicle, not the black vehicle. Now we're very sure we're going to be upgrading for this secondary, and it looks like turns out into blue sides of this one. So let's just gonna be making for this strangely changes into other itself for just like I say. So looks like I didn't mean to for this thing. So let's just gonna be changing onto spoilers. We have the original like this one. The spoiler 2 isn't gonna be look like this one, because turns out it was a GT3 racer. And I'm never very sure this isn't going to be going to upgrade of this thing. Let's just keep it original and ourselves. This isn't going to be going for a very much greater. And what did I say? This is literally going to be going for making ones. As I'm going to be probably making sure we're going to be cost something. And many of these things that they just literally cost without a racing tire, it's not there for many more reasons. This is actually for the 650S, the pumpkin pie cookie like this thing. We're just gonna be making changes. We have spoilers available, and we got only one conclusion in the back for this thing. So we don't need body kits for making changes, but looks like we have changed into the vehicle as we change the color into dark green. Perhaps this isn't gonna be making for this thing, because looks like we're gonna be going undercover around for many more reasons that I just gonna be literally changed to this Zagato. Turning to this one, and I'm probably not very sure this isn't gonna be going for this thing. So let's just gonna be going for dark red, or I just gonna be keep on secret. Now as you can try to see around for these tires or rims, now probably there must be no spoiler available around here. Engine upgrades available, but looks like there must be spoilers available. And we're gonna be making to this color change in about for just turning yellow, but not pink, because requires for Game Pass. And looks like I shouldn't have been able to get refused about for this thing. Now I shouldn't be able to get refused or possible, Now, we don't ever try to convert to original, and I shouldn't be able to get for vary things out, so let's just try for a various color, and the interior color is gonna be going a little bit down for just a little bit. I doubt that we just literally cost for many things. Let's just gonna be trying to original in the rims and calipers. I wasn't able to get for cost of itself, so it looks like it stays original, and it looks like I should be able to make changes about as well. So we're gonna be changing about for colors of these things, but whenever we're just gonna be trying to do some things, there's a little bit for one thing all over to itself. But looks like I'm just gonna be trying to change some things and literally gonna be changed into the safety car as well. So, but perhaps isn't gonna be making for such as a little bit John Juan show, because I'm never gonna be worrying about for this vehicle. But next time I won't be very such a surprise off. But looks like I cannot believe this isn't gonna be actually try to do this later on. Let's just buy for this only one thing is the Maserati Gran Turismo. So the calipers isn't going to be much more. Making a little bit one thing, so it makes things a little bit beautiful as well. As we're changing of this vehicle, we're gonna be turned into race car drivers, but now I should turn into BMW into like something like this, into racing for a spec that I just missed it right here in Driving Empire around here as well. So this is where we're gonna be end off of this video, and I'm not very sure. I cannot believe this isn't gonna be going on and making changes around here and turning to race car drivers. And but before we're gonna be despite every since. It's such as all the way down, and I just switched into McLaren, and before this isn't going to be going for just much straight, as we're just going to be trying to the end of this video. Let's just cost around for many more of these things as well. Let's just turn everything as well, and I'm not very sure that before this isn't going to be going around for this selves. Now this isn't going to be going making things as black. And I'm not very sure this isn't going to be going upgradable, and interior sounds pretty fine. And the S790 Stradale, and looks like we're just going to be scrolling down into most likely. Let's just change around for this vehicle into other kinds of itself. Let's just going to be changed into rear wheels into a majestic purple, as I'm not very possibly that is required for Game Pass as well. So looks like this is a World Grand Prix vehicle. I just changed it, right? Because that is how that the video ends, is literally right now, and I'm sorry customer for just literally trying to end of this video. And it looks like we wrapped up of this morning, and because some kind of legal things or legal users are just going to be coming in inside of the dealership. But thanks for watching it about for this vehicle, or making sure that you leave a like and subscribe, and it looks like we're gonna be making changes in about everything to do so. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and because we're gonna be making changes and turn into racing vehicles next time, we're gonna be possibly that we're just gonna be making changes or not, or probably making for a race cars into a better like these things as well. We're not gonna be changing around for this thing. This is Gran Turismo inside of Dealership, and I'm gonna be assuming lads all later that could be Turbo Concept is signing off.